Okay, so one of the fascinating things about different game styles that we're going to find, that we're going to end up playing against, is that we can actually play against a game style or what we feel as a good opponent or a good level opponent, and actually sometimes that can feel quite easy or quite nice to play against. So if we've got someone that times the ball well, hits the ball cleanly at a nice pace, but is hitting a few winners here and there, but also giving you a few free points, you subconsciously are probably going to feel quite good about your own game as well. The other end of that situation is that you're going to play against maybe the hacker or the pusher, who you would deem as a lesser opponent in terms of their abilities, but actually probably more of a challenging opponent to play. So it's quite an interesting thought to have, that you might play against someone that can do less but can cause you more problems, rather than someone that can maybe do a little bit more but probably doesn't cause you as many problems. So we've all, as coaches, we've all heard, our players come back and say, "I can't believe I lost to that player, they were a hacker," this, that. And sometimes their understanding of what a hacker is probably different to what coaches feel what a hacker is. To me, a hacker is someone that is just literally going to be standing a long way back and just pushing the ball up in the air. Not somebody that can hit a good quality shot and not miss. That's a good player, okay? But when we play against a hacker, someone that is just literally pushing the ball back, the first thing we have to understand is, well, what can they offer? And one of the reasons why they play in that type of game style is because they have not much to offer. All they can do is just push the ball back in. They feel maybe if they try and do anything more than that, they're going to miss, okay? So one of the tactics to use against a hacker is to actually try and make them, or give them, balls which are a little bit out of their own comfort zone, whether that's looping them up, whether that's playing the drop shot or shorter balls, or just pushing them a little bit wide, so that you're actually getting them out of their comfort zone to maybe disrupt their rhythm, okay? If we just try and push the ball back and give them plenty of time, well, then they're going to keep doing the same thing time and time again, and then it's going to be a test of our disciplines. So one of the tactics we can use is looping that ball up, trying to push them back, and if they're going to loop that ball back, we can then look to kind of try and move in and play the drive volley, or just try and play a short nudged volley over the net, so that again we're actually using the court space well. As I say, another one would be, when we push them back, is whether we can just play a little drop shot, or even play a drop shot before we push them back, just to try and drag them up to the court. Because generally speaking, the hacker type of player is more comfortable staying back rather than being at the net. And if we can get them at the net, and then we can use the lob, or we can try and pass them, okay? If we try to hit the ball too hard, or we try and get frustrated, that's exactly what the hacker wants, okay? We've got to be prepared to play their type of game for a certain amount of time and win that mental battle, because that's when a hacker starts to get a little bit worried themselves, as if somebody's actually beating them at their own game, because one of their biggest weapons is to try and make their opponent self-destruct. So it's really important to have the discipline and the patience to out-rally. And when you feel it's right, can you put that loop ball up and maybe come in and knock it off? Or is there a chance when they're so far back that you can just play a little drop shot and drag them into the net? So actually moving them out of their comfort zone is one of the keys to being able to beat the hacker.